And we're live. Is it live or is it Memorex? You gotta be old to remember that commercial. So it's Thursday, and it's me and Bumcrack and Steven and somebody else because they haven't said anything. Cindy, how are you? How are you? Craig, is it morning again? I know. Hank, long time no Hank. I haven't seen you in the chat since before I went to Italy. You missed all the good videos and stuff I've been showing. Oh, man. Yeah, Craig, I'm barely up. I took a little nap yesterday. I was tired. I'm still jet lagged, believe it or not. A week after we get back, almost a week after we got back. I took a little nap yesterday, and then I went to bed about 10:30. Man, I didn't wake up till 6:30, and I was like, it's morning. I think oh, you were here one day. Oh, okay. So that was Friday. Okay. Sorry. Brenda, is this me again? Uh, I need a co-host because you guys know I run out of topics. So here I'm going to put the link in the side chat. Somebody come on and yak at me a little bit. Talk to me. Talk with me. For me, it's better to have a co-host. I don't know about other people who do shows. I know a lot of people who just, they got enough to talk about all by themselves, and then, I don't know. Any co-host with Silver today. I know. Feel like an advertisement. But if it's just me, it's kind of like, it feels a little bit, not a whole lot, because it's a whole lot different. It feels a little bit like preparing a teaching lesson. So you got to have enough content in your teaching lesson for 7 periods in a school day for however many different classes you have. Yeah, that got annoying after a while. I think that was one of the challenges with teaching. Keeping 20 to 70 young minds active for 45 to 55 minutes at a time. Yeah, it got old after a while. Uh, they probably thought my classes dragged, but yeah, I would make out a lesson plan, and a lot of times I would get through the lesson plan in like 15 minutes. And then the rest of the time I was just winging it. Okay, what are we going to work on now? One of you kids come up here and teach the class. That would have been weird. I tried that a little bit a couple of times, making kids do some of the teaching. That sucked. Uh, yeah, there are no young minds here. At least when you get to a certain age, I don't know, around age 30, I think, your mind can just go off on its own and kind of entertain itself a little bit. Or maybe not entertain itself, but keep itself busy. This is what I got to get done today. And this, up until about the age of 30, I was like, man, I'm bored. I got to go find something to do. I think my morning's been slow. I got up at 6:30, which is late for me. I'm generally always up at 5. There's Steven. Hi,
Hey, good
Steven.
morning.
What are you doing?
I just sitting here.
Yeah.
I can't. I didn't even went to bed last night. I could toss and turn all night long. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's annoying when you can't sleep. Man, I slept pretty good, but God, it was hard to wake up for a change.
Yep. This fall weather here, the shift of the weather here, it's like
Messes with your mind, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, man. I need to get some stuff accomplished today, Steven.
Uh, I've
Yesterday,
I've been
yesterday I was pretty much a toad. I just sat around all day and didn't do anything.
I've been re-listing and stuff like that, and put some couple new listings up and stuff, and I don't know. I sometimes I just don't get the traction like I want it to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I only
Well,
had like 300 items. I need to move up to another level of store, but I hate to do it. I'm gonna maybe wait till the first of the year, move up
well, I
to.
don't think you have to until you get, yeah, more items in your store.
Well,
But
I'm
it
up
depends
to.
on what you're selling. Scott was saying yesterday, or when was he saying it? Maybe last week that he doesn't have very many items in his store, but everything he sells is stuff that people want. So he still makes good sales.
Yeah, I have around about 300 and some items, and on just the basic right now, so I can do all the features and stuff. You know what I mean? The sales and stuff like that. But
Right.
I need to move up to a basic. What level store are you on? You on premium? That what you?
Yeah, I'm on premium. I get 10,000 listings. I can end and relist like 10 times a month, and I can put um, I can do all the sales. I get a good coupon for some.
Yeah, I post one earlier this week on there. 10% off on my anything on the store. I just share it, see what anybody else wanted. I don't know. Oh no. I never really see you see an uptick tick on your fourth quarter than this regular season with your merchandise, Todd.
I don't necessarily. Um, my best selling times are when I have good stuff to sell.
Yep.
Like when I got I don't know, it's been like 3 years ago, I bought out the closing inventory of a Western wear store. And man, I sold $6,000 worth of stuff every month for like 4 or 5 months when I was listing all that Western wear stuff.
Yeah. I
You know,
bought something stupid the other day about a couple
boots and
months
jeans.
ago. It was Subway hats and aprons. I got over 300 of them.
All right.
Yeah, well, it never cost me a little enough, and I got them 5 cents each.
I don't know Rakita's Laws Azure Blues. Um, is that a stacking channel? I don't know. Is that a silver and gold stacking channel? I don't know. It doesn't take much to get your YouTube channel taken down. Um, if you accident, I mean, who was it? Johnny, forget his last name, or Johnny, forget his handle. But his channel was taken down because somebody in his side chat posted something nasty with some like nudity showing or something. And he clicked on it during his show and immediately clicked it off, but YouTube banned his channel. It wasn't really his fault. So
Was
he
it
had to
a
start a whole new
lifetime?
channel.
Oh, that's just suck. If he had get, do they change that a striber base now? how many subscribers you had to get. I heard something that say you only had like 500 or something like that. Now they lower it.
I don't know. You can't. I had a. I've I've had two videos taken down the last month because YouTube said it was
Not okay.
on topics that were, we'll just say they were too political.
Yeah, yeah. See, they're getting too much. Really, I think. People, well, I'm being truthful. I think they're getting baby five. People getting baby five.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Babyfied.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I don't get it.
Yeah, lag. I bet you do have a link for me to click. No, don't give me that link. I don't want it.
You know.
Sadie, how you doing this morning? Craig, haven't said hi to everybody. Hi, Harbor's Hope.
I think it had the YouTube thing up. I can't
There's your
see.
blue.
There we go.
Hi,
I hear you now.
Brenda.
I don't need to look at the back room. It's been so long since I went live with someone.
Depends on the drugs. Well, that reminds me, I haven't taken my drugs this morning. Steve and I take 7 pills every morning.
Well, Dad take yeah, Dad take about 7 pills every morning. Then then I give him an insulin shot every night. He
Oh
had
man,
diabetes and
I mean, two of the pills I take are just to, or three of the pills I take are just to control high blood pressure. Like,
yeah. They was giving my dad too much blood pressure medicine. They finally took one away.
yeah,
I don't know. And I
they
hate
lowered
when you
my
go to
dose on one of them, but I'm still on 7 pills. Hi, Carol.
I hate when you go to a pharmacy, then they change the shape and the color of the pill. They mess you up.
That's hard to keep track of, isn't it?
Yeah, because then they all look the same for a while.
What too? I forget, Stephen. What part of the
Kentucky.
country do you live in? You're a
Oh,
southerner, aren't you?
yeah, I'm in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Make
Uh,
you make the good whiskey over there.
no, I'm about 30 miles from Cincinnati, and I'm in northern Kentucky. You know where the
Northern
Ark
Kentucky.
is, Todd?
The Ark.
Yeah, the Ark, that
Uh,
big boat they had now.
I've heard about it and I've seen pictures of it, but I have no idea where it is.
I basically live in the same town, Todd.
Okay.
Yeah, I live about probably about 200 miles from Tara and Jim and Tara.
32 pills a day, Harbors. I bet I bet you rattle like a baby rattle. 32 pills a day? See, look, here's my little Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, this is Thursday. All right, I'm going to take my Thursday pills right now before I forget.
Yeah, you better.
Look at that. The light's bad. Look at all them.
I know it's like crazy. You like to know them really do help you or not, or they just feeding you just like
Oh yeah, I'd probably be dead if I didn't take these pills. I think I've got 2 for cholesterol, 3 for high blood pressure, 1 for blood circulation, and then I take a baby aspirin every morning,
yeah,
just
that's good.
because you're
Yeah,
supposed to when you get
81 milligrams.
yeah.
Uh, knock on wood, I'm not on no prescription drugs, but I'm still only like 43 or 44 or something like that. I'll keep
There's
moving.
my slurp. Taking my pills, my slurp,
Just
my coffee slurp.
don't grab your spit can, Todd.
Oh no, my niece did that one time when she was about 3 years old. She grabbed my spit cam and then got a big old mouthful and she was spitting it out all
Yeah,
over her.
my little nephew did that too.
Oh, and my oldest son did that one time. And I don't know. Coke cans are just easy because I don't know, I'll probably drink 3 or 4 Diet Cokes every day.
What brand you do, Todd?
Huh?
What brand you do?
I just do the old Diet Coke.
No, I'm talking about your tobacco.
Oh, I do Red Seal Long Cut Wintergreen.
Oh, okay. You on the cheap stuff too. I do Longhorn.
Well, this Longhorn's cheaper. Red Seal went up to the same prices. When Red Seal first came out about 30 years ago, it was
Yeah.
the cheap stuff.
Now it's like the same price now. Hey,
Yeah,
I buy the tubs I do and fill my own. I get about 12 cans, 15 cans out of it.
man, I need to do that.
Yeah, because I've actually get it cheaper than buying by the can because that way they give you a can with it and just fill it up.
Yeah, that I remember my dad telling me that there used to be no tax on snuff because
Yeah.
it was considered a poor person's tobacco. And since then, the government gets into everything. Anyway,
That base the only bad habit I have really.
yeah, pretty much me too. Let's see. I'm missing some side chat stuff here.
Sorry.
No, I'm. You're trying to
Seemed like
buy
it, wa-
land in West Liberty,
seemed like it was
Kentucky.
a slow
Cool.
day for you here, and that's why I came on. And maybe lighten up the show. Maybe I don't know.
No, that's good. I need
I,
somebody
I
to
would
talk
turn my
to.
camera on, but I ain't that decent.
You're not decent. Got to put a shirt on eventually in the morning there, Steven.
I don't know. I go around and just me. It's me and Dad at home. Heck, we just run around in our underwear all day.
Yeah, Azure. That's my treadmill right there. I do about five times a week. I get on it for an hour, so I get about 5 hours of treadmill in every week.
Yeah,
So
I try to get my dad to do. I offer to get one. I'll go to a gym and go. He might more like it be better to go to a gym, get out. Then he'd be specking want get something to eat after he get done. you know,
yeah,
prices of food anymore going up to eat just two people. It's like 30 or 40 bucks anymore just for two people.
Harbors, you've had a heart transplant and a kidney transplant. Oh my God,
Wow.
you're almost like half somebody else. Wow, heart transplant. Had a really good friend I worked with at the Home Depot when I worked there. Uh, he was on like his 18th year with his heart transplant, and he finally it finally failed on him. He passed away about 3 years ago.
I have a boy I went to school with. He in seventh grade he had a heart transplant and he never made it for about 3 or 4 months. It didn't take. That's just so sad, and I still remember that boy. But but
Kentucky and Virginia were
they
all.
come a long way with procedures nowadays.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think eventually the anti-rejection drugs that you have to take really starts from the day you start on them. They're hard on your body. That's what I hear.
I think they affect their other organs, don't they?
Do what?
Affect their other organs.
Yeah, I think so. It's just when you think about it, when you stick a pill in your face and swallow it, you're putting something in there that
It's
no
foreign.
matter what it is, it's different than what you came with. It's not food. It's not, it's just it's not your normal thing.
I'm going to have some beans and cornbread today. I'm gonna videotape
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna do it on the smoker.
yeah. Exercise will keep your body in health age much slower. Yeah, Azure, I'm afraid to stop the treadmill or just stop getting any exercise because, it just, when you give up being active, no matter what it is, maybe you're active at work or active working in your yard or active raising a garden or swimming or bicycling, whatever pick your poison, but I think if you just stop being active, it you really slow down and get out of shape, and then other things
Yep, I tell you, yep,
take
my
over.
dad. I like my dad when he retired from construction and stuff. Now I don't know, I can't get him to do anything hardly anymore.
Wow, you got your new heart in 2014. That's been a while.
Wow.
On dialysis for 7.5 years.
Did did they tell you your donor?
Huh?
Did they tell your donor? I wonder who
Oh
donate
yeah.
the heart to you.
I I think that you can ask the hospital if the person, the family of the person who donated the organs would be okay with you learning about the person.
Yeah, I always wondering that. I know a guy donate his eyes to you know science whatever
Oh yeah, I've got the organ donor thing checked on my box on my driver's license, but I don't know. I'm age 66 and I take all these pills. I don't know that
well.
anybody would want.
But what I always afraid of if you go into the hospital and you really wasn't, I mean, you could survive, but there's someone else could use that another organ. Well, they could take it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. Say, oh, it's no hope for you, and go on take your organ.
yeah. I mean, I bet once a person gets so old and worn out, if they're an organ donor, the organs just go to like a medical school for somebody to study
Science,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
like going to science. Yeah,
yeah, which is fine.
yeah,
If you think about it, medical schools 200 years ago, they used to dig up dead bodies and cut them open.
yeah. I know. My dad on a construction site one time, okay? And they have an unmarked grave they didn't know in this construction site used to be like a whole bunch of farmland. And they hit hit it with the equipment while they digging and broke the cassette open. They had closed down their whole job and everything. When that cassette open, your hair and fingernails still grow.
I've heard that.
Yep. Yeah, that was in 18. I can't remember in 1800s and something. They have a coroner come out there and pronounce them dead and everything else.
Yeah, because your body still has what that keratin in it or something
Well, they might
that
do a
stay.
different way to when they preserve their bodies back in the day too. I don't know how true it is now, but they might do a different preserving.
You want to hear something gross? No, I wouldn't want this to happen to me. So you had this guy who was elderly when he passed away, but he had like donated his body to like scientific research or whatever.
Hmm.
So, and this happened this past fall. I don't know if you remember, it hit the news. They sold the cadaver someplace like out west
Oh,
The guy was 98 years old, so your body's still worth 10 grand when you're that old. And they were selling like tickets to an event where you could watch
dang
the body
dogs.
get autopsied, which is really super gross. I mean, I wouldn't want that to happen to me anyway. But I guess once you're dead, I guess you don't care anymore.
All right, I'll be right back. My dogs
What
are
the
being
hell, Todd? You're
nuts
leaving
on me.
already?
He had to
My
should let
dogs
the
are.
dogs out.
Oh,
I'm gonna see what the
God did.
dogs are freaking out about.
my God. The dogs rule his life.
Hey Tara.
Hi, Steven. How you doing?
All right. You say you all have a backhoe other day on a show, and I just wonder what kind of y'all all have.
Oh, I got well, I bought it this spring. I think it's a John Deere, and I think it's a 400. Or hold on a minute. Hey, Jim, Jim, Jim. Is your backhoe a John Deere 400? Yeah, it's a John Deere 400. We bought it over by. We found it this spring for sale over by towards E Town.
Yeah, I
I
know
think
where
we paid
East
like
is.
60. I mean, it's older. It's like a 1968 or 69,
Oh, okay. We
and we
we have
paid.
a case 580
Oh, a Construction
construction
King.
king. Yeah,
Yeah,
construction king with the cab and stuff on it.
that's
Uh,
what I really wanted. We were bidding on one that was at a county auction, and it would have needed new tires. But I mean, yeah, but they're pretty hard to get for under 10 grand. And this John Deere, I think we paid like 6,500 for it.
we got ours years ago, and we paid 21,000 for it. Getting
Yeah.
a extended hole and stuff like that. We need to get our cylinder pack right now. Our cylinder leaking on it. You can't put all that hydraulic fluid all the time in it.
Our Jim's got to do the brakes on this one. It doesn't have any brakes, but that's kind of a bigger job on that, isn't it, Jim?
Oh yeah, you really actually should take that to the shop. That kind of has some special tools with that part.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
that's probably why we got it for that, but it did
only
have good
reason
rubber on it.
only reason I ask because we have a 4 foot, not 4 foot, I think a 10-foot bucket to go on one. We want to sell it because it's too big for
Oh,
our
oh yeah. Probably wouldn't work on that John Deere.
No,
Actually,
it
I got a
wouldn't
pretty
work on
decent
that
bucket
John
on
Deere.
mine. Yeah.
It's a sand bucket, Jim. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to I just wondering, we don't use that bucket, so it's kind of
Oh
too
yeah.
heavy.
Well,
for it.
thanks about thinking about us. Yeah.
Yeah, I just making small talk here.
Anyway, no, we like it. I mean, we move round bales around with it. We can dig up stuff, So obviously it doesn't make any money, so it's just for us.
Me and Dad was going to put septic tanks in, and
Yeah.
found out we had to do all this stupid whipper more. They wouldn't let my dad even put his own septic tank in because he had to have license at the time. I don't know,
Yeah.
but no, I don't know.
You need a box truck.
Yeah, I do need a box truck.
You park the box truck in front of where you're digging your septic.
Oh yeah, but he was going to do it for money, so you probably do have to have septic license.
I know guys who did that too.
Yeah, but not like Stan was doing, where they do. I don't know. Do they perk test down here, or they dig in put it in for
They
people?
perk tests down in Kentucky.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad did construction is almost 40 years.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know. He was just going to retire, and then he got sick and stuff, and then all that go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it for hire because insurance.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have $1 million insurance policy to actually go in someone's land.
Yeah, we have a gooseneck trailer, but it's not heavy. We use it for getting hay. It's not heavy. We don't have a trailer to move that tractor because I have a friend who had a horse pass away. She's like, "You got a tractor?" I'm like, "You can use it if you got a way to haul it or whatever." But I said, "I got no way to haul it."
You need a drag. but it's have good size. You really, if you're gonna do that, get you a good size dump truck and a drag to do
Yeah.
the rest.
And I prefer just to have it stay on our own property. To
I
tell you
know.
the
I mean,
truth.
I try and get my dad to sell his like his farm tractor because he don't use it, more. And we really don't use the backhoe no more. But when you get something, you really hate to get rid of it.
Yeah. And they're hard to find. I
Well,
mean, we
you gotta
look for one for. I mean, we've been looking for one for about a year.
Yeah, if you gotta dig through hard clay, it sure beats a shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked for almost 2 years for our backhoe. My dad did for he found the one he wanted.
Yeah. And we really wanted the Case Construction King, not to get off on a sidetrack, but I just couldn't find one in that price
Not that
range.
was up and
And I didn't want to borrow the money for it either.
No, we pay almost 5 years on it. We bought a state department, and lucky the salt didn't eat the bucket and stuff out of it and nothing. It's all good shape. It must use it for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4-wheel drive. It's pretty nice piece of equipment. It's just
drive,
it was 92.
Yeah, that's as modern as tomorrow.
Wow, yeah, that's like right out.
I think ours is a 68.
Probably
so.
still had those little rubber nips on the tires.
That's how I put that bill in. That's how I put the blocks on the bill, and we just took the chain up there and just pick it up and put the blocks under it.
We don't have any cars that new.
Shut up, we do too. All right, we better let Todd talk about reselling. Otherwise, we're going to end up being like Tom when me and Tom start talking about boats.
Well, hey, eventually you got to sell the backhoe.
Oh, we sold another deck of those Kentucky State
Todd is not back. Oh, Todd is back. I didn't see his hand.
Yeah, he's back. He'll sit there real quiet. He'll fake you out.
When I
Well,
sold real estate,
I didn't want to interrupt the all Kentucky show right here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was just going to say, when I sold real estate, they a contractor that did condos, he bought a tractor. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's, you invested money in the tractor for working around the condos. He goes, yeah, but when I'm done, I'm just going to sell it, so it's going to cost me nothing. He's like, if I rent it, I got to pay for it the whole time I got it. He goes, I'll buy one at an auction. I'll use it the whole time working on the project, and I don't even move them. I just sell them for the same or more than I paid for it. I basically get a free tractor for the whole project.
Yeah,
he did that with a Skylift.
We did. That's how you can do it, because we basically probably could sell ours about the same price we gave for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey Jim, I know you're in real estate. I have an issue, but there is a piece of property I keep mowed, okay? And the guy passed away, and I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I kept it mowed over 20 or 30 years. And what happened could I put a bill in if someone, the family member, sell it?
Oh, well, you'd have to do it against his estate with a probate, I think.
See, I just wanted, I wasn't going to push it real bad, but they've kind of promised me that, piece of property could keep upkeep on it. I just wonder,
Yeah, I don't know.
You're talking like an adverse possession claim?
I don't know, because his wife is still living, so I'm not going to say nothing. I don't know they gave it to the kids or not. I just hate bringing up the issue, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to take it, if you use the land for over 20, well, in Wisconsin, it's 20 years. I don't know what it is in Kentucky. I'm assuming something similar, but I know it's usually, because it's based on old English law. It's got to be open, hostile, and continuous. So if it's easy to see that you're using the land, that's one of the tests. If you do it like, all like once a year, or, it's not like there's a long, like for 5 years you didn't use the land and then you start using it again. That would be an interruption. So it has to be continuous. And the other thing is it has to be hostile. They can't give you permission. Okay. If they've given you permission to use the land, you can't open a adverse possession claim. Maybe, but that's
a lawyer question.
That would be like practicing law without a license. That's kind of like putting in your.
I know. I shouldn't ask all that question. I just kind of curious. I knew you in real estate. And
I would just say in a general sort of way, not in your particular case. That would be that'd be your 3 tests. It's got to be open, hostile, and continuous.
Okay.
So if it meets those 3 rules, then you got to leave it up. It's a crapshoot with the judge. Decides what. It's what the judge thinks is fair usually.
Well, see what it is, that piece of property next to ours, and right, right next to ours. So we kind of use it, put our equipment on it, and I kept it mowed.
Yeah.
Just a farm, just a big barn on it. It's an agriculture. They couldn't not never build anything, and if they tear that barn down, I don't think they could build back on it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Did he tell you could store your stuff there?
Yeah, years and years ago.
That would be a problem. If that came up, I mean, that would be a problem because it's not hostile. They knew about it. That usually the adverse possession claim is if like somebody didn't know that they owned it, and then all of a sudden had a lot surveyed, and here you built a garage on it that's been there for 30 years and all this other stuff. Rather than make you rip all that stuff up, the court would grant the person, at possession of the land. But if you're using it and they're letting you, you would be. They would be protected against probably.
It'd be almost
but again,
feel like
most lawyers are not going to charge
it.
more than $50. If you went and talked to one of these small lawyers, they won't charge more than $50 for a quick conference.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I really like the land, but I don't care about the barn. Actually, I probably would the barn getting in bad shape. I would have somebody tear it down for the lumber.
Well, you can always ask her if she wants to sell it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to, but
yeah,
I would. It's too soon right now. He just passed away in August. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's 80 some years old. I mean?
Yeah.
When I sold real estate, what I do is I'd set when they call me the grave digger. I'd go in the obituaries and I'd hit ones that there was a death in the family, whatever. But I'd hit that property with letters. But I'd send them. I'd go to the courthouse and they get all the addresses for a couple blocks around that property. So if they asked one of their neighbors, they'd say, "Well, did you get a letter from this guy?" And then they'd say, "Well, yeah." And then they'd say, "Oh, good. I thought they just sent it to me because Henry passed away or something." But that's exactly why I did.
Well, we get them letters once in a while, and that is a scam where they say, "Oh, we want to buy your land."
Yeah, well, they're usually wanting to pay the tax bill, which usually is less than it's worth.
Oh yeah, well, our tax bill here, our school taxes is higher than our land taxes.
I can't complain. What is our tax bill? Like around $500 for the year. When I was up in Wisconsin, I was paying $3,000 a year. So
that is ours too. That is how ours is too. Ours is only $500. But if you look at that stupid card they sent us, you look at it, school taxes is higher than any other tax on but
that's why it is here.
We have
it was like that in Wisconsin too. I would say about almost half of that $3,000 was school taxes, at least 1,200 of it.
Well, we have 4 properties.
Good morning.
4 properties, and it cost us $1,000.
Coming on and then leaving.
Yeah.
What's the good news, Ron?
Hey, ask him to wave to people who don't know when he's going down the road.
Hey, Steve, do you wave to people you don't know when you're driving on the road?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. We tell people that because in Wisconsin, you don't do that, but everybody waves here. When you're driving on the road, everybody waves.
It's like you're out on the lake in a boat. It's like, yeah, we're having fun. We're in the car. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, when you're driving in small town Texas, you got your hand up on the steering wheel. You got to at least go.
Yeah, you got to give them the fingers or something.
Fingers, yeah.
Hey.
Make sure
I
it's
see
2
you.
fingers.
Shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, I can see maybe it's a southern thing. It was new to us, though. Up in Wisconsin, nobody does that.
So what's the topic of the day, Todd, since you're the host?
I got no topic. I woke up at 6:30, which is late for me, so I'm like,
I thought you used to write an outline for the show and stuff like that so you could follow a course of topics.
just the topic of the show is it's a great day. Let's celebrate it.
There you go. It is a nice day today. It's pretty nice weather today. It's not real cold.
It's 70 here. What's down there?
It's sunny here. I don't know what the temperature is. I mean, it's cool enough for a sweatshirt, so it's got to be in the 50s.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
You've been on here 4 times already, and then you keep leaving.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt the real estate yourself.
No, you just gotta butt in. That's how it works. You just start over talking other people. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll never get a word in. Ask Todd.
I
That
know.
means selling too.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. It's all selling.
What's going on, Ron?
Not much.
Oh, your voice is fading out.
Do we lose him again?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think his mic is working very good.
Yeah, he must be on his phone or something.
Oh,
Uh,
we don't have
so,
a darn internet great here.
Who's Ron? No, I don't want to be rude.
uh, don't
Does he
know
have a
Ron all
YouTube
that
name?
great.
What?
I don't know him all that well.
Oh, does he have a
He just
YouTube name
Ron.
or? Oh.
Let's see, Ron. Sadie, who's Ron? Sadie knows Ron.
Oh, I thought Sadie was like your secretary or something now. Hey,
Yeah.
Sadie, who's Ron exactly? Oh, thank you. Okay.
There you go. I wave every morning. Howdy. How y'all doing?
Oh, Carol says Harbor's Hope.
Harbor's Hope. There you go. Yeah, Ron is he's the guy with the heart and the kidney transplant, right? Okay. Got it.
Cool.
I don't like
Bump
the
crack.
noise.
It's not me.
What is it for?
Here he is again.
What are you talking about?
With Harbor's Hope? What's that?
All right, can we do this
His
again?
YouTube name.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to keep you on. You keep disappearing.
Yeah, for some odd reason, I'm kicked off.
One of those hospitals.
Are you on your phone or what are you on? And he's gone.
Oh boy. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
I'm
got
on
bad.
my phone.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why you're some places maybe not getting
Signal.
that good as cell phone reception.
Oh, we have no cell phone at our house.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have it half missing half and half mix. Half the time you can't get a single. You walk in one corner of the your house, you don't have a single. You walk in one corner, next corner, you have a single.
I was sound a little bit Kentucky here. Yeah, I live down in this holler and I can't get cell phone signal down in it. You can walk to the top of the hill and you'll get a couple bars, but
You can look right on the map. Our holler is like a white spot on the map for no
yeah.
service.
So we have a landline.
That auction I go to, I can never scan anything because we can't had no exceptions. You know, can't get internet over there.
Yeah. Probably works out good for them because it gets people a bit higher then.
Oh no, that auction I go to all is a people go there and show off their dogs and sit there and bull crap. So I buy the stuff.
Yeah.
It's more a social gathering, you know.
Yeah. And I've gone to those too where you be at the auction barns. It's a big social gathering, yes.
So Ron's 66. That's a good age. That's how old I am.
Is that how old you are, Todd?
Yeah. So we're the same age.
Yes, Tara and Jam, we all younger than the panel. Yay.
Yeah. Young punks. Lives
Oh
outside
wow!
of
With
Houston.
a YouTube name like Harbor's Hope, he said, "I live outside of Houston." So when I heard Harbor's Hope, I'm like, "Oh, he must be from like out east, like Massachusetts or something." I don't know. Did it sound like a Massachusetts type name?
It sounded like a hospital. I'm like, oh no. Please, you're taking to Harbor's Hope. Oh no, I'm not that sick, please. But anyway, no, for you, but it's good for you too.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound pleasant, like Pleasant Valley.
Peaceful Valley. Oh no, that sounds like a cemetery.
Yeah, they told us that's what our neighborhood used to be called. They're like, oh, you live out in Peaceful Valley. We're like, what's that? She's like, oh, that's what they used to call where you live. Then they changed it. It was a community that's gone. And we're like, okay, yeah, that sounds kind of like a cemetery.
Harbor's Hope sounds like a soap opera. Is that right?
That's
You
true.
wasn't too far from me, Tara. When you went to that horse show.
Mike.
Oh, are you talking about up by Alexandria?
Yeah, I wasn't only 25 miles from that. I live in Dry Ridge. You went right past there.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's way up by Ohio. I didn't realize you're that far north.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the state. But yeah, I was up at that. Is that Campbell County there? I was at the Alexandria Fair.
Yeah,
They
you
have the
ain't too
Saddle
far.
Bridge
You
show.
wasn't too far from the Yee Bay hub.
No, yeah, that's over there by Hebron or whatever.
Yeah, that is over by Hebron. It's not too far from there. That's why I say I like selling to international because it don't cost me nothing to ship it to Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole area, you're really a Cincinnati suburb.
yeah. I didn't drive up there. I rode with the horse barn. I rode with them, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I was
Yeah,
over there. That fair. I think we got in there on Thursday, and then we had all that rain, so they had to cancel the Friday night part of the show. So then I had a show. They had to make up those classes Saturday morning. But yeah, the horse show went all the way till Monday because Monday was Labor Day, so we showed on Monday too. Anyway, not to bore people with that.
No, I just
That was long.
I know where actually the fairground you went to. That's what I said.
It's a cool old timey looking fairgrounds, with the old horse
Yeah.
barns and that.
Uh-huh.
Then they had the chicken rodeo, which actually, if I had a kid, I'd have made my kid participate in the chicken rodeo because you get to catch a chicken and keep it. So anyway, I didn't have any
I don't see your son doing that no more.
yeah, he wasn't with me either.
For
So
free chicken.
for free chicken, he'd do it. He wants a chicken anyway, but we didn't have any way to keep it. Anyway,
Throw you a pig out there and let him chase it.
they weren't giving away pigs, but they were giving away
Oh
chicken.
man, remember those kids would be so greasy and dirty at the end of that thing? They
Oh,
would have
pig
all-
poop.
Yeah, there's pig poop and there's
Oh,
grease
pig
and
poop
dirt
stinks.
and sawdust and yeah,
Oh,
kids
God.
would have a pit with that pig and he'd just be filthy.
Don't give me the image of it smelling.
Yeah.
They take a grease, they take a pig and they smear it up with lard and then let it grow in the pen. We'd have that.
Yep.
That was Miles County Fair. We used to have, when I was a kid, we'd have the grease pig chase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you got to keep
Yeah.
the pig.
Yep, you get to keep the pig.
Yeah, there'd be like 30 kids in there chasing that
Did
little
you do
pig.
it?
No.
City boy was too scared.
Yeah. Well, when first time I saw it, I was like, I was old enough where I'm like, I don't know if that looks cool.
Remember, these are real little. They have a big old hog and they sit on top of it and they go around saying, "I'm riding my hog."
Yeah.
But nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going out to West Virginia Halloween weekend. I know I'm
Oh,
going out
really?
there. Yeah, but I don't know where in West Virginia.
My aunt used to show horses and stuff.
Oh, really? Cool.
Mm-hmm. She sold one of them because it actually was a racehorse. I don't know what it was. It's just too tall for her. It was back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Todd. Next
What is
subject.
the stock market?
Stock market report.
I'm not taking Todd's show over.
Buy gas futures.
Yeah, OPEC's cutting back.
Yeah. Put your money in petroleum, boys.
uh,
That's a no-brainer.
stock market's just flat. It's just going sideways this morning.
I was
I guess it's
still
better than dropping way down,
I think,
right?
I don't
Right?
know.
Look on the sunny side.
Depends on what you're doing. Lag wants it to go down so he can buy it. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get back into stocks again. I've got tired of them.
that's what I hear from what you call it too. Pat. Pat said that he basically sold all his stocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pat D's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I'd sold mine sooner. I lost a bunch of money.
Yeah. I'm too ignorant to have stocks.
I don't have no
I
stocks.
invest in junk.
Hi,
Well,
Bridget.
I tried that one time, that one little stock thing, but I just never got into it.
Come in here and talk to us, Bridget. This is just old home day, and we're just talking. We're talking about grease pigs, tractors, and people unburying caskets and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, Steve, his
Relocated
dad.
cemeteries?
No, his dad was working on a job site and they hit an unmarked grave and there was a body in a
Oh, boy.
casket. So then he goes, that shuts the whole work site down. And
Yeah, I just cover it back up again.
All
It's
right.
enough.
Ron's back.
Can we try this one last time?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
We'll try this one last time.
well, you sound good now. You must be in a better area.
No, outside of Houston, I've got the best area there is. What it is I was on headphones and my headphones were reverberating. And so I heard y'all's echoes about 5 times.
Oh, okay. Well, you sound good now.
So, but to answer your questions, Todd, you're not too old to donate. What is the biggest organ donation there is? Do you know?
I would guess kidneys
I
or
would guess.
eyes. No, eyes.
Wrong. Skin.
Oh,
Really? Oh, well, for skin grafts and stuff, huh?
They've had people as old as 98 years old donate skin
Oh,
because they use skin in the burns units and things like that
yeah.
to basically regrow.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
But you know, it's been a process. Let's say it started. I started about 11 years ago. I was an athlete all my life, played college football
wow.
and got out of school. And for some odd reason, me and the fast food restaurants had a love affair, and I started gaining weight. And when I started the process 9.5 years ago, I weighed almost 550 pounds.
holy
Wow.
cow.
And I was the first person in Memorial Hermann where I got my heart history to have a LVAD, which is a heart pump, and a gastric bypass done at the same time, same operation.
Wow.
And I'm proud to say I've lost down from 554 was my highest to today. I just got off the scale and I weighed 228
Wow,
pounds.
that's amazing.
Congratulations.
So
That's some dedication right there.
it's been a process, but I walk between 5 and 10 miles a day.
Wow.
I do things now that I haven't done in years, and it's great. Life's good. What can I say? But
Yeah, I get an hour of walking in and I'm about done. That's a little over 2 miles for me is about all I'm good for. But yeah,
You should
that's
get a
that's an
house.
incredible amount of weight to lose.
and
Of course
y'all
you
are
would.
questioning about my screen name is Ron, but my eBay name and everything else is Harbor's Hope. And what that is about 4 years ago, I started a nonprofit organization that we raise money to give to families and people that are going through the journey because it's so incredibly expensive
I can
to
imagine.
have transplants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My heart transplant, the final price tag on my heart transplant was 2.3 million.
No.
The final price tag on my kidney was right at 1 million.
Wow.
But that's, most of that, 99% of that's covered by insurance. So you meet your deductible and bless everything else. But the sad part is it's so expensive for the families because a heart patient may be in the hospital 2 to 3 months.
Yeah. You
And
basically have to lose everything and start over, don't you? With
yes, sir. You either have to be so sick that you're about to die tomorrow, or you have to almost be healthy to get a heart because they just don't give them out. And the kidneys, there's so few of them to give out, and there's such a demand that the wait time is just incredibly
Did you did you
long.
end up on dialysis waiting for the kidney?
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
got my heart, when I had my heart transplant, the problem with my heart is you have what's called a rate, which is infraction rate, which is how much the heart pumps.
Yeah.
And you want that infraction rate to be anywhere between 45 and 70%,
Hmm.
45 being on the low. My infraction rate had gotten down to 5%.
Wow.
I had I've been lucky. I flatlined 5 times.
Wow.
I say has 9 lives. I'm saving the other 4 for later because it wasn't any fun. But I'll bore y'all for a moment. The What started it was I had chronic heart failure. My heart was just giving out, and I was retaining so much water. And one night, I was in the hospital having basically having diuretics taken the weight off, and my wife came to visit, and my we'd gone on a walk and was sitting on the couch watching a football game, and the nurse came in and said, "Mr. Harbor, I need to check your leads. Something's wrong." And I said, "Okay." And I raised up my shirt. She said, "No, get on the bed. If I have to transfer the leads, it'll be easier." So what I did, I got on the bed, and as soon as my butt hit the bed, I flatlined
Wow.
and came to. And at that time, I was really heavy, obviously. And so they took me to the the ICU, the cardiac ICU, and realized then there was really nothing that hospital could do. And so one of the doctors said, "Well, I know a doctor downtown Houston that they do this sort of thing. Let's call him." And they called him about 10 o'clock at night. And he said, "Yep, get him out here. Let's see what we can do." And I was so big that I couldn't fit on a standard size gurney. So as a result, they had to wait for a specialized ambulance and specialized gurney to come and get me. And the shock paddles, the defibrillators,
Yes.
they basically taped them on my chest and at the 2 points, and about every 15 minutes they would bump.
Wow.
Oh
So
my
for every
God.
15 minutes for about 6 hours, I got basically shocked.
Huh.
And then they finally found, and I rode down to Houston and immediately went in and had a pacemaker and defibrillator put in. Next morning, the doctor came in and said, "We can do the bypass that you need, but it's not going to be successful. What we'd like to do is work you up for a transplant." And at
Mm.
that point, we basically said, "Of course." And he said, "But we have one problem. We need to get you to lose some weight first." So they went to the insurance company, and they had this wild idea. They had never done it, but they had this, at least at that hospital. So they had this wild idea that they were going to put a heart pump in and do a gastric sleeve. My stomach is about the size of a banana.
Huh.
And of course, as soon as the hospital said gastric sleeve, the insurance company said no. That's called cosmetic surgery, and we don't do cosmetic surgery. We don't cover that.
Hmm.
So then, for about the next month and a half, I laid in a hospital while the insurance company and the heart doctors argued back and forth. Finally, the heart surgeon came in and said, "We still haven't done this." And he got on the phone literally right there in my room and said, "Look, this kid's going to die if we don't get this done." So they finally approved it. And the next day in, I went in and had my LVAD put in.
Hmm.
About a year later, I lost enough weight in that 1 year to qualify for a heart transplant. I got my heart transplant, and unfortunately, during my transplant, all my organs, typically my lungs, my kidneys, my liver, everything shut down because they didn't like the new kid on the block.
Hmm.
And so they put me into a coma for 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
And during that time, everything came back. My kidneys came back, but they didn't function the way kidneys are supposed to function. So I immediately went on dialysis um, and stayed on dialysis for 7.5 years
Wow.
before my number was called. And another hospital, a different hospital here, I had my heart done at Herman Memorial and had my kidney done at Baylor St. Luke's. And as of today, I'm going through my 9th year annual process. And as of today, my numbers are better than they've ever been. Uh, I'll find the true test next Tuesday because I go in and have my heart cath done, my yearly heart cath. And so that's when they go in and actually look at the heart from the inside out.
Hmm.
But it's been good. It's all been good. It's been a journey.
I can imagine.
And so that's why we started Harbor's Hope, because of the incredible. It costs $19 a day, whether you to see, to go to the hospital and see your loved one, and that's whether you're there 1 minute or you're there 24 hours and 59 minutes. It's $19.
Hmm.
So there's just a lot of people that can't afford that. The food is very expensive for the caregivers. So we try to help where we can. We do a lot of educating.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody I don't prescribe medicine, so don't ask me anything medical. But
Well, not to be funny, but when your screen name is Ron, when you said how much your heart and your kidney cost, I thought, man, his screen name should be like the $3 million man.
yeah, it should. It it is true, and yes, Mr. Sadie's absolutely right. We donate 100% of our profits to from everything that we do, and we do various things to the foundation to give away. I've been very, very blessed. eBay and other platforms have been very good to us. So it's it's been a blessing to be able to help people. And to talk to people.
Yeah.
As far as the question that somebody had earlier, do you know who anything about the person? What you do know is the approximate age, and that's it. They'll tell you a little bit about the medical history of the person.
Hmm.
But no, you do not know where it's coming from. You do not know who it is, or if it's a male or female. Now, what I always tell the people that I talk to is if you just shut up and listen, you learn a lot in the hospital because nurses talk.
Hmm.
They talk to each other. And so I did find out that my heart came from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Um, it was a male. Um, the sad part about mine is the person's family had deceased, so there is nobody for me to contact to be able to connect with, because the greatest privilege that a heart transplant patient has is to be able to go to the loved ones of that person and say, "Do you remember Tommy or do you remember Susie? Here, listen, they're alive,"
Yeah.
and have them hear the beat of the heart.
Hmm.
Now, hopefully, I'll be able to find my kidney donors, family, and connect with them. I'm hoping. We've written letters. What you do is you write a letter, you give the letter to the hospital gives it to Life Gift. Life Gift then sends it to the donor's hospital. That hospital then gives the letter to the donor's family, and it's up to the donor's family whether or not they want to be in contact or not.
Yeah.
And people need to remember, and I always tell them that people grieve in different ways. Some people that have donated, their family members have donated. They never want to know where they went or anything. Some people want to be very close to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I've answered a couple questions.
Thank you for sharing your story, Ron.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a really good story.
Uh,
What a great
oh,
story.
the story goes on and on, but I won't bore
Yeah.
y'all with it. But it's
Hey, Ron.
quite interesting. I mean, it's
Ron, Beth is asking if you know the Nowak family, Novak family.
no, I don't.
I
Are they
don't
in
know.
Houston area?
That's all she said.
Beth, if they're in the
Maybe
Houston
she'll
area,
explain who they are.
okay. If they're in Houston area, I would love to meet them and talk to them if need be.
Okay.
Well, she said they're in Houston.
Okay. Well, then somehow we need to get together and maybe talk to them because I'd love to. I do this. This is my full-time job now. I'm a retired photographer, and this is what I do. My passion.
Bye,
I
Lag.
sell and resell and on. How I got to know you, Todd, was through Scott. I've
Oh,
known
yeah.
Scott for a while, and he made a mention one day that he came onto your show and talked, and so I said, well, I'm going to go see what it's all about, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're just reseller bunches, and some are gold and silver stackers like me. I don't know. We just talk about anything that comes up. We do a show. Tom, the Queen City Picker, and I, we alternate. Usually, Thursday is usually Tom's, the Queen City Picker's turn to do the show, but he's taking his wife to the hospital today. She's a transplant patient too.
I think she's kidney transplant, isn't she?
Kidney or
She had a liver.
Oh, hers was
liver. That's
liver?
it.
Okay.
Hers was liver.
Which is also a major deal.
Yeah, it's a major. The good part about livers is they believe it or not, they grow back. They can actually rejuvenate and grow back. So that's why they can do like a transplant of a half liver or something like that.
Mm.
I'm not as versed about that, so I may be speaking a little bit out of.
Oh. Well, you went through dialysis, and I know that's really hard because my mom was on dialysis for like 2 years before she passed away.
That's dialysis is the devil's curse. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise because it keeps you alive,
Yeah.
but it's very, very
Very
rough on
hard
the
on you.
family.
Yeah,
Very, very.
and it's hard on the person too. I mean, there'd be days if they had to do like hard pulls and stuff like that, she'd be really sick when she got home.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, I was to the point that they could pull up to 2 liters of fluid for me and I would be okay. But if they went to 2.1, I
Yeah.
was basically dead for the day and would come home and go back to bed. But it kept me alive and it kept me functioning to where I could stay on the list and
Yeah, it's open season anytime first.
resell a rowboat. I will look up Veronica Novak and try to meet her, because if she's active, we probably know some of the same people.
Yeah.
But
Verna Novak.
so where, Todd, do you live?
I'm in Central Texas.
What part of Central Texas?
Oh, I live a little north of the Waco area.
Okay, so I guess you know Robinson.
Yeah.
That's where I was raised.
Oh,
Born and raised in Robinson, Texas.
I think we've had this talk before.
Yes, I know we have.
Okay.
We used to play your high school football team all the time, and most of the time got our butts beat.
Oh, I doubt that.
No, back then y'all were good, but that's a
Okay.
different day, different story.
Hey, Texas Val, we're fixing to kind of end the show, but welcome in. Yeah. All right, folks. I've got to get some orders out and go do battle with the Lutheran rummage sale.
Well,
So,
good luck with the Lutherans.
yeah. So thanks for coming on, Ron. What a great story, man. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a really interesting story.
great.
You should come on more often.
Yeah. Get this. I mean, this show is pretty much open to anybody who didn't show their ass in their
Yeah,
in their
don't do
picture.
that.
So, yeah.
That's why I have my camera off, Todd.
Huh?
That's why I have my camera off, because my ass is showing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We don't want to see your ass,
Well,
Steve.
Sally had that happen once.
Yeah, she did.
Were you on with her when that happened? I know you wanted.
I was.
Oh, you were. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, what? What? I was the only one on with her. And
Oh boy.
all of a
I
sudden,
guess.
boom.
Yeah, it showed his privates.
Yeah, nasty. All right, folks. Appreciate it. I guess I'm doing the show again tomorrow, because I usually do them on Fridays. Or
Oh boy, you really are. You were in charge.
I don't know about that. Anyway. All right.
All right.
Thanks a
Have
lot.
a good day, guys.
See y'all later.
God bless.
Bye, guys.
Bye.